opening statement.
We have witnessed a Hall of Fame career from Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, and tonight could be his last game in Kansas City, the final time that he appears on that playing field in front of those Chiefs fans. A great send-off. It'll be their chance to salute him in what has been a lost season for the Chiefs, but this could be Kelce's send-off tonight.
Unrestricted free agent at the end of the season. What do you think, KC? We talked about maybe rebuilding next season. Should they bring him back?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if he wants to come back, I love this guy. And for his career to end this way, without Mahomes on the field, would be devastating. I love Kelce, what he's done and what he's been for the Chiefs. I don't care if he comes back for one game next year. Catch a pass from Mahomes and walk that thing off, put your cleats and gloves at the 50-yard line. This dude's earned it. Hall of Fame, like Schefter said. Total respect for his game and the passion he plays with.
Okay, Jeff, give me your opening statement.
I'm going keeping George Pickens in Dallas. You think about Dallas, listen, the whole Micah Parsons debacle that started this season, it has been an embarrassment for the Cowboys, but they have recovered somewhat, right? They got some good defensive players, but make no mistake, having Lamb and Pickens on each side is a massive build for their quarterback and for their offense. And so when you're talking about what Dak Prescott looks like the next few years, having Pickens in the building makes him a different player. That's a big pickup.
What do you think?
I totally agree. And if I was talking to George Pickens, I'd say, look at Cincinnati. Jamar Chase got paid a little bit more than T. Higgins, but now they're almost unstoppable when they're healthy. We could be the same with CD Lamb and George Pickens because of their size and their athleticism. So I would try to recruit him, get him at a little bit of a club-friendly deal so we could go attack the defense with the rest of the
So not franchise him? You're not saying franchise?
I'm getting the deal done. He's too talented, too productive.
Really? Ooh. The past 3 weeks, a number of Cowboy fans, naming myself, been like, where's George Pickens?
Right.
I need to see the George Pickens I saw the first 6-7 games.
Tannenbaum's great at spending other people's money. Don't worry. If it was his money, he would not be saying it. This is TV Tannenbaum.
I would absolutely. I like guys that can score points.
Have you heard anything from Dallas on what their thoughts are about?
Well, they want to keep him. The question is, do you franchise him? Do you sign him to the long-term deal? What's the way you work it out? But I think it would be a surprise if he wasn't in Dallas next season. The question is, in what form? George Pickens, certainly they can use a strong finish here from George Pickens. It'd be nice for him to make a big statement to them in the final 2 games to give them something to remember him by.
Okay. Give me an opening statement.
All right, guys. The Detroit Lions should trade Amon-Ra St. Brown, one of my favorite players in the
Wow. Serious? Holy
Jackson Dart.
You know what? Jackson Dart. That's why he's getting Rex off the desk. He's going to be the Monday guy. Holy mackerel.
I love Amon-Ra St. Brown, but if you could trade him to Denver for one of their pass rushers like Jonathan Cooper, I would do it. Look, Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph have been hurt. That's hurt them. But for them to get to where they want to go, they need another edge rusher opposite Aiden Hutchinson. They got Jamin Williamson.
Hold on.
They got a whole bunch of other offensive weapons. They need another defensive front seven.
The heart and soul of their team.
We want to win. But
let's just dig out the heart and soul and take it out and trade it away.
What have they accomplished in the postseason? Their defense has let them down. It's a hard decision.
You know what?
It's the right one.
Teams have to give themselves a chance to keep knocking on that. What did the Buffalo Bills accomplish? What did the Baltimore Ravens accomplish? What did the Bengals? They could go trade their heart and soul too.
Yeah.
You don't trade Amon-Ra.
This guy.
He's one of my favorite players.
Shannon, don't listen to him. Tannenbaum says
Tannenbaum! Oh, Tannenbaum!
We're trying to win a championship. We got to make hard decisions.
Oh, my word.
Wow.
No chance. This to me is like if the Steelers got rid of Hines Ward and a prop. Like, really?
Yes.
Like, this is the toughest dude on your team. He dang near blows his ankle out. He comes back the next week and balls it. Like, those dudes in the locker room are worth so much more than any production numbers. He is the guy that everybody gels around. And what do you think Jared Goff's going to think? You send that guy off and away to Denver Broncos to bring in a pass rusher. Jared Goff probably going to retire. He's like, you know what? Y'all don't care about winning. I'm gone. No, sir. No, sir.
Hey, where did you come up with this from?
Listen, this is as crazy as the Dallas Cowboys trading Michael Parsons. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
But no, it happens. So I can see what you're saying.
Pass rushers have been traded last couple of years. Khalil Mack, it happens.
Yes. Yeah. All right.
Word.
Let's see if we have that same kind of energy when we talk about the NBA. And what are you hearing about the situation in Baltimore?
Listen, these things don't come out of nowhere. They're not made up by a local guy. So clearly, even if John Harbaugh is not signing off on it, which he's answering the question the way that he should be answering it, there are people who have told that particular reporter that information. So there are questions. And when you're in a season like the Baltimore Ravens are right now, here's the deal. They've got a chance here still, as unlikely as it may be, to pull it out, make the playoffs, and try to change some of this narrative as they head into the offseason. If they don't, and it's unlikely that they will, considering the current situation, then there are going to be all sorts of organizational discussions that impact the quarterback, that impact the head coach, that impact the direction of where the Baltimore Ravens are going moving forward. Clearly, there are issues. Lamar Jackson has not practiced a full week in over 7 weeks. He's missed at least one practice for 7 straight weeks. I don't know too many players who have missed that much practice time on a consistent basis and then still performed the way that they expected to. So there are a whole host of things that this organization is going to have to address after the offseason, but they have a chance at least to diffuse some of this and change the narrative before the end of the regular season. If they can't, these questions aren't going away.
Yeah, basically, they got to win out. What about Lamar? What's the status? Do we know if he's going to play at all this week?
He has not practiced the last 2 days. Keep in mind they play Saturday night. So the last 2 days really were like in NFL Wednesday and Thursday. And when a player doesn't practice Wednesday and Thursday, that means he's trending towards not playing. Now we'll see today if he's able to get out there and fight through this painful back injury that he's had this past week to play on Saturday night. But with their season on the line, the early signs are that it looks like Tyler Huntley, but we'll see if Lamar can get back in.
I think this is a great conversation to have because we got a former head coach, we got a former GM here. So if you're Eric DeCosta, what is he thinking here? What does he do with Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh?
Yeah, so Brian, take you behind the scenes. This time of year, people complain about head coaches, quarterbacks, even some GMs. But you ask yourself 2 questions. Who are you going to get and how much is that person going to cost? And I look at 2 fundamental numbers when we talk about Lamar Jackson. He's going to be 29 years old in a couple of weeks, still in his prime, and he has 219 career regular season touchdowns. Look, that's a high cap number. We could work around that. We could fix the cap number. But if the 4 of us were drafting players in the NFL, I have a list of about 10. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Drake May, Caleb Williams, Jayden Daniels, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, and Jordan Love. That would be in the conversation of players that I would probably or possibly take before Lamar Jackson. But at 29 years old, he is, at worst, a top 12 player in the league. So to me, you absolutely keep Lamar Jackson. You try to make him better. You try to fix the issues. Every situation, there are going to be challenges. But before you let him walk out the door, my gosh.
Well, he's not walking out the door.
Who's gonna replace him? And that's why you work hard to fix the problems.
What's your take on this as a former coach?
Harbaugh's doing everything. I mean, he's doing exactly what he's got to do. I mean, the last thing you want is a fracture between the head coach and the quarterback going into a season that did not go the direction you thought it was going to go. I mean, we including I had them picked to go to the Super Bowl in the AFC at the beginning of this year. So I thought this team was loaded up and ready to make a move. Obviously, it's been a poor year. Lamar's been injured. I mean, even with the start they had offensively, after the injury, he has been a different player, and he just hasn't looked as good. So do you attribute that to the injury? Do you attribute it to whatever this reporter is writing? I have no idea, but he hasn't played to the level, and a lot of them haven't, right? Not just in the defense didn't carry their weight. Derrick Henry didn't carry. There's a lot of blame to go around. Unfortunately, in our business, quarterbacks get way too much credit.